Hi guys, it's gonna be Jessica's Picks, best realistic young adult fiction, pretty much real issues, stuff like that. I'm just gonna start off right away. Three Ellen Hopkins books on this. I like most of her books, but some of them just don't hit the mark. So these are the ones that I think are the must reads, and that is Impulse, Perfect, and Identical. Crank and Glass and all those are great, but like I said, these are must-reads for me. I don't feel like I would want to reread those, and I feel like Impulse, Perfect, and Identical just are a little something more for me. So, next book that I have to recommend is Willow by Julia Hoban, and this talks about a girl who her parents died in a car accident, and she was driving, and her older brother barely speaks to her now, and her, she's dealing with, she secretly cuts herself, and there's a romance, and that book really affected me. I read it quite a while ago, just thinking about it, actually. I'm not super emotional, but the book really affected me. And I just think it's a must-read. If you haven't ever read it, definitely check it out. The next book are two books by Laurie Halse Anderson. First one is Speak. This came out in 1999. There was this big thing going on where they wanted to ban this book. It tells the story of a girl, and there's about rape and recovery and her confession, and she was raped at a party, and there's all kinds of things going on in this book. When I originally reviewed this book, I don't know if it was Winter Girls. I reviewed one of Laurie's, and she actually watched my videos because her agent emailed me or messaged me on here and thanked for the support. And if you go back and you search into my videos, you'll find those, and I was just stoked. So Speak is like a cult classic for young adult fiction. Once again, like I said, it came out in the late 90s, 99. It's a coming of age. It has post-traumatic stress disorder and different things going on. The other book of hers is Winter Girls. This book affected me too. It came out in 2009. It's about a girl who has a severe, one girl has anorexia, and her best friend just died who was bulimic. And that's how it started. It's in the back cover, so it's not a spoiler. And she is dealing with anorexia, and it's just painful to read. It's riveting, and it's just it's really hard to read, and I think that the way she wrote it, it's so believable. Even though it's a book, I felt for the characters, and you have to read it. So Speak and Winter Girls by Laurie Halse Anderson, and of course Willow, like I said. The next book that I read that isn't so deep and dark is The Year I Turned 16, which I should have wrote down the author. It's a hunker of a book, all right? I think it's 4 sisters. It's a big book, okay, but it reads really fast. And here we go. Diane Sweem, I believe. And it's a big milestone in their family, and each of the 4 sisters has their own story to tell. So the book is split. It's 720 pages. It's split up to each girl's story of turning 16, and it's really interesting. I didn't quite think it was going to be as good as it was, and it's a must read for me. And the last 3 books on my realistic fiction, even though I guess these don't necessarily, I threw these books in this category because I didn't know where else to put them, and they're 3 Sarah Dessen books, and maybe because they're about real teens to me, and they deal with real issues, whether it's romance or not. So Someone Like You, Dreamland, and The Truth About Forever, I think for Sarah Dessen are must reads. I know other people are going to have different feelings. I've read How to Deal. What other books did I read by her? I know I read about 2 more at least, and these are just the best of the ones that I've read. I haven't read all of hers. I read That Summer. I read Someone Like You, which is on this list. I don't think I read Keeping the Moon. Dreamland, I read. This Lullaby, I couldn't stand. The Truth About Forever is on here. Along for the Ride, I read. I didn't like that much. And Just Listen, maybe I read it. I've read a lot of hers, but like I said, Someone Like You, Dreamland, The Truth About Forever. So that is my best kind of realistic fiction, I guess kind of romance too. So definitely check these out, and I'm going to be recording the last 2 sections of this series, alright? I'll talk to you guys later. Go read something. Bye.